What is your name and how long have you been at Shangilia?
My name is Martin Omudi. I've been working at Shangilia for, for around 10 years.
10 years.
Yes.
Okay. Um, and what is it that you do here?
Mm, I'm a social worker.
Oh, what does what does that mean? Like, what does a social worker do?
A social worker, I take care of the rights of the children. I make sure that the children, their rights are being taken care of and they're safe.
Yeah.
And I make sure they are safe, they are clean, they eat the right food, and there's no bullying. So that the children, and also I work for the protection, and I also do admittance. I admit the children to the children home. I also connect the children's home with the children department.
Okay.
Whenever there's a child who wants to be admitted to the children's home, they sometimes they call me, and I inform them if there's a space so that they can bring the child. And also I take care of the case, and I write the case of the child. I do social inquiry reports. I write reports,
Okay.
then send to the children department. Again, I do the statistic of the children at the children home, the number of the children, and also what I do a population return. Like after after every month or after every several months, I write how many children we have received, how many children that we have exist in the home.
Wow.
Wow. And another thing, I also help on the small children, on the fellowship. I make sure the children learn about God, and they teach the Sunday school
Yeah.
at Shangilia. And to me it's important because small children, when they come to Shangilia, their background, most of them, they come from different background, from Muslim, others don't know Jesus, others don't know God. So when they come, for us to have children who will grow and fear God, and also to children who are disciplined and who have respect. We, I feel it's very important when they know Christ, because the best way of dealing with discipline for the children, I believe, is when they know Christ. It's easier because the Holy Spirit helps them it controls, it helps them to control themselves, and they grow up having discipline, rather than when they don't know, children who don't know Christ. You find that they have so many challenges, especially the fact that most of them come from the street, from the background, very bad background. For example, from the street in the town where some of them smoke, some of them do a lot of very bad things. So when they come here, when they receive Jesus, when they get transformed, it's easier, and it also protects other children from getting also being spoiled
Yeah.
from those one who come with different habits.
Wow. And do you live close by?
Yes, in fact, my home, my house is just near the boys' compound.
Oh.
So, but I don't live within Shangilia, but my house is next to the compound.
Oh.
So I
Okay.
just walk.
Okay.
Yes.
And what do you like best about Shangilia?
One thing I like about Shangilia is, first of all, my dream. I like children. I like serving children, and Shangilia has given me opportunity just to to have to work with children. For me, is a very good thing. Another thing I love about Shangilia is a Christian organization. So I like the fellowship that we have in Shangilia.
Yeah.
Another thing I like about Shangilia, it gives me opportunity to know other friends from the different part of the world, and to get to know other culture from the other countries, and also to interact and know each other.
Yeah.
For me, it's very great.
Okay.
Yes.
Um, if there's something that you could change about Shangilia to make it better, what would you change?
Okay, if there's something I could change about Shangilia, I think it's it's just about the way of life. Maybe I would wish to the children to like there are a lot of challenges about the children on cloth, and also so I would, and also sometimes food, and you find that maybe they eat kind of the same food, like for lunch they eat dairy most of the time because of finance. So I would request maybe if they could allocate, maybe have a like kind of different food. But I understand challenges is also about maybe no more finance for that.
Yeah.
Another thing would, there's a challenge about place of eating. Children don't have specific place for eating. Some
Yeah.
of them, you know, for us to develop a good habit, a good eating habit, children should eat from the same place, like from a dining hall,
Yeah.
so that they learn also, and also so that some of the children don't eat from different places. So you find that it will be a challenge because they are scared to, they will used to that. So then a challenge will be to eat with other people is a
Yeah.
challenge because they are not used to it.
Yeah.
So my wish also to for the Shangilia management to build a dining hall for the, so that all children can have food from the same place.
Okay.
Yes.
And how do you see North Americans or Europeans like fitting into the ministry of Shangilia? Like, how do we fit in here?
Yeah, I would say they fit in the ministry. They do a very good job, because for supporting financially, because if it were not for them, I don't think Shangilia can exist, because it depends on the support from for for school fees, for food, and almost so many things.
Yeah.
So I believe they are very important in Shangilia, and also another thing, they are good role model, because most of them they are Christian, and when they come also they have opportunity, they are role model, and children learn a lot from them. And even I've had many children wishing they could be like, they could live a life like them, so they be successful, they fly from other countries. That one also motivate children to work hard so that they could be like that.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you, Martin.
You're welcome.
Okay.